at least two people. Drug abuse is a growing concern in our communities. From your professional standpoint, with your knowledge, having worked with, having consulted for NDLEA, and also with your vast experience in drug and substance abuse, how serious is this problem today? And what are the most alarming trends that you have observed with in the society today? Professor Odeku, please.
Thank you very much, moderator. Drug abuse really in our society today, according to the UNODC drug use survey, shows that we have prevalence of 14.5%, while the global average is 6%. So you can see that in Nigeria, drug use the trend is very alarming. In recent time, although the UNODC is currently undertaking another survey, because that report was as of 2017, 2018. And the trend we now see is that, in the past, they used to, Nigeria was a transit point, route for drugs, but now the drugs are with us. Over the last 5 years, more than the amount of tramadol, 250, 400, 500 milligrams that have been seized is quite alarming. And every day we see the report, because I'm on the Special Purpose Committee of the NDLEA, see tons and tons of cannabis, cocaine, and all sorts being seized. Some of them within the country, some en route being trafficked out of the country. In spite of the fact that we have seen the arrest of even some of the barons, the trend appears to be growing. That means, in spite of the arrests, the drugs are still being trafficked and they are being sold. And of course, we have also devised our own methods. You mentioned the fact that they are sniffing the bones of dead people. Some it is people are trained. Some it is all sorts. So the trend is really alarming, and it's cut across age groups. It's cut across sex. So you can't say it's more among women or, it's cut across the rich, which are more sophisticated. They don't go and sniff the dead bones, but they can go for more sophisticated substances. And the fact that some of our social media and musicians also tend to glamorize it. So I think that again has increased the use. And when you now talk about the economic situation, somebody at the beginning we say, okay, 1 in 4 persons have mental health disorder. That is very true. A man suffering from depression will want something to make him get his sorrow. Will tend to will go to alcohol. After some time, alcohol appears not to be enough. They graduate to other things. So I think this has even made it worse. That people also, so it's said to be a vicious cycle. You are trying to escape depression. You are trying to escape the pressure. You are trying to escape the additional economic hardship. Move to the bottles. And by the time the bottles kicks off, it generates even worse symptoms that you now try to overcome. So I think it has to be increasing. And I'm happy that we are talking about it, because we really have to do what we can to reduce the people going. The most important is for us to prevention, and to know that people have to have hope somehow. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Professor Odeku. It's quite alarming. Nigeria is 14.5% on substance abuse, while the minimum or the global WHO percentage is 6%. And you also said Nigeria was a transit point, but now it is right here with us. That is interesting. I don't know. Zango, is that the same thing that you observe in your is that the same observation you have? Dr. Zango? Or maybe network is unfriendly. Professor Okpara, let me, if I may ask, what Professor Deku said, does this reflect what you see in your own community today?
Well, yes. Yes, there's a rising trend.
Hello?
Sorry, Dr. Zango, Okpara is on call. He's on the call.
Sorry, sorry, because it's breaking, so I wasn't hearing what you said.
Okay, it's okay, but Professor Okpara is on the call. Let's allow Professor Okpara to finish.
Okay.
Yeah. So, within any community where we find ourselves, you can see the indicators. Because since the society has become dysfunctional, you see that crime rate is increasing, and there's this relationship between drug and substance abuse and crime. Drug abuse and substance abuse will escalate crime, and crime will also escalate substance abuse. So these trends are all going on. And the figures we really get don't reflect the actual situation. Because I can say that the prevalence of drug and substance abuse all over the world is grossly underreported. Okay? For instance, I can give you some of the statistics, like the one quoted by the previous Professor 14.5% Nigerian institution. And if you do a distribution, you have the youths, about 20.9%, and this within secondary schools reported 8.3 to 40%, undergraduates about 45.7%, commercial bus drivers 81.1%. And then if you also look at the different substances that are being abused, you have cannabis 22.7%, alcohol 61.5% among undergraduates, cigarettes among undergraduates 54.5%, and codeine among adolescents 22.7%. Now you look at the youth, you look at the adolescents, the undergraduates, having alcohol use among undergraduates reported 61.5%, and cigarettes 54.5%. And I did say that, yes, these are the figures that are accepted, but they are really underreported. The reason is that, people deny these things. They deny that they have substance abuse problem. And of course, denial is a symptom of dependence.
Wow. These statistics are quite alarming, and I agree with you. They are actually underreported, because going to my village, there's what substance they call goskolo. If you see the way that goskolo is ravaging them, and I know WHO didn't go there. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, so that's right. Then you also did listen to Professor Deku talking about use of unconventional agents, that people are now using or abusing. Maybe the statistics do not